Poynette. And linebacker number 34, Brett Merritt. The other linebacker number 35, Tarek Tuttle. At defensive back number 38, Colton Kukulka. Another linebacker number 41, Aaron Peckham. Another D-back number 49, Xavier Vicente. At end number 53, Dylan Bauer. At tackle number 54, Gerardo Gonzalez. Another linebacker number 56, Trent Layton. At tackle number 72, Tristan Holton. And at end number 88, Hunter Miller. Your papermakers are under the direction of Jason Becker and his assistants Randy Beek, Paul Lieber, John Patolka, Pat Waltenberg, and Sean Woods.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the friendly confines of Holland Field at another night of high school football. Week number 3 brings the Poynette Pumas to town. They'll take on the papermakers in non-conference gridiron action. My name is Tom Kurse. Joining me for this telecast is commentator Dan Schmidt and cameraman Jim Allen. And we're all certainly glad you could join us. As always, our thanks goes out to Nekoosa High School and River Cities Community Access for assisting us in bringing you presentations of NHS sports. Nekoosa is off to a very good start to this football season, undefeated through 2 weeks of the 2013 campaign. Poynette, a former member of the South Central Conference, makes their first appearance at Holland Field tonight since the 2007 football season. These two teams have met 6 times since 2002, with the Pumas coming out on top in 5 of those matchups. Poynette comes into this contest 1-1 overall. They opened the season with dropping a 28-26 decision to Westfield. They earned their win last week, a 32-6 victory at Adams Friendship. Nekoosa opened the season with a 23-19 win over Omro. And last week, right here at Holland Field, they earned win number 2 with a convincing 30-14 win over Byron, Illinois. Nekoosa won the toss. They deferred. Poynette with the kick return. That's Mitchell Mickelson. And he brings it back to about the 25-yard line. I know you missed the game last week, Dan, and Nekoosa opened it up just a little bit. The passing game looked pretty good, and the running game pretty solid as well. They're going to need a good effort tonight against what I think is going to be a pretty good Poynette team.
Yeah, Poynette has always been strong in football. Of late, they've been down a little bit, but I can remember years ago they were the cream of the crop.
They were a team you didn't want to play in the South Central Conference.
No, you didn't.
At quarterback for the Pumas, number 15 is Tanner Brooks, a 6'3", 175-pound junior. He pitches the ball on first down, and Alex Sang with it. Sang with a nice gain across the 30 to about the 32. Colton Kukulka in on the stop for Nekoosa.
Yeah, we got to wrap up. We had a chance to tackle him at the line of scrimmage there, but we just missed it.
Defensively, Nekoosa has played pretty well. They've had a few lapses in the first 2 games, but overall they've played very good defense.
If we were scouted well by Poynette, I would venture to guess that 70% of their plays are going to be run wide. They're going to use their speed.
They used to have a lot of that. They run right this time. I believe that's Jacob Redeman with the football, and he's close to a first down.
He's got it.
He's got the first down.
First down.
So 2 plays, and that's 11 yards and a first down for Poynette. Poynette, a member now of the Capital North Conference. Dan told me before the ballgame they finished 2-3 in conference play last year, 5-4 overall. And of course, after that 1-1 start this season. Brooks wants to get the football to number 22. Ethan Lurquin. But who was it that stepped in there? Was that Colton Kukulka?
Yeah, I believe it was.
36 Layton. Couldn't be 36 Layton.
No, it had a 3. I think you're right.
Anyway, somebody made a good play on that football. Almost got the pick. Of course, that almost doesn't get you a whole lot in this game.
No.
Second down and 10, the ball at the 35. They pitch it. Good play.
Oh,
on
nice
the
tackle.
edge.
Who was that?
Colton Nekoosa came up to make the stop.
Redmond, the ball carrier.
Number 27.
Brought down by
Redmond.
Nekoosa. No gain on the play. Third down.
They marked the ball pretty much where it was. No gain on the play.
That was a real nice tackle.
Too bad he missed the game last week. Another Schmidt had a big game last week.
Yeah, Cody, I understand.
Yeah, 2 catches for touchdowns, 160 yards. Then he capped off the night with an interception on about the last play of the ball game. 3rd and 10 here for Poynette. They try to set up a little screen. Do a pretty good job. Nekoosa, good pursuit.
Got about 4 yards. 5 maybe at the most. 5.
Ethan Lurquin again
Brought down by Gerardo.
with a catch out of the backfield. Boy, they gave him a generous spot, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Out over the 41, so about 6 yards on the catch, but it's still 4th down coming up.
Now, they had him stopped at the 40-yard line, but the whistle didn't blow until squiggled ahead a little bit more.
Back deep is Colton Nekoosa. He awaits at his 25-yard line. Lurquin, the senior, is also the punter for the Pumas. A little bit of a Nekoosa rush. A nice high kick, but it did go out of bounds early.
Ooh, good field position. I'm guessing about the 38, 39.
They're going to mark it at the 42.
Oh, it's even better.
So a net of, 18 yards on that punt. And Nekoosa brings the offense on the field for the first time tonight.
Let's see, we got our mascot tonight.
Mr. Papermaker's here, huh? Peter Papermaker on the sideline.
A little scary, isn't he?
A little, yeah, I think we said this before. He looks a little bit like Herman Munster, right? Only with yellow hair. Peter working hard on the sideline. Nekoosa with quarterback Owen Linsmeyer at the controls. He wears number 21. Behind him in the backfield, Brett Merritt and Colton Nekoosa. Merritt, big hole on 1st down. Almost busted out of there. Could have drove a truck through that one, through that hole.
Yeah, I got a feeling that Poynette's offense is good, but I got a feeling their defense is probably not up to par.
Westfield put 28 points on them.
Yeah.
Adams Friendship only got a single score last week. And Westfield's been playing very well. They're a hard team to judge right now. Merritt left side. Boy, fighting for that extra yard.
Got about 6, maybe 7. No, they're going to give him 7.
Tell you what, Brett Merritt is no surprise to the opposition. He's had 2 good games. Had 26 carries in both the first and second ball game. So if you've scouted Nekoosa at all, you know that Brett Merritt's a large part of that offense and that running game.
I'm guessing by the 3rd game that everybody should know where your strong suit is.
Owen. Down the field, picked off. Tanner Brooks with it, and he returns it back near midfield. And Owen throws the pick to the opposition quarterback, Tanner Brooks. Of course, playing in the defensive backfield as well. First turnover on the evening. Owen's 2nd. No, that's Owen's 3rd interception this season. He had 2 in the first ball game, none last week. As a matter of fact, passing game looked very good last week. See if the Nakoosa defense can dig in.
They're going to have to.
Beautiful night here at Holland Field, by the way. The field looks like it's in fantastic shape. Marked beautifully.
Fumble.
Ball's on the ground. Number 54 covers up. Geraldo Gonzalez.
Boy, they caused their own fumble there, Tom.
Yeah.
Three players ran into each other.
Yeah, Mitchell Mickelson, I think, was supposed to get the football that time, number 4. But, yeah, he had a real problem getting the exchange from the quarterback. And Nakoosa gets it back. Turnovers, back-to-back turnovers. Back to the ground.
About, 3, 4? 3.
Brett Merritt straight ahead. Another 80-degree night for this ball game. It's a warm afternoon. Cooling down nicely now, though the sun is fading in the west. Single back behind the quarterback on 2nd and 7. Give it to the man in motion. That's Aaron Peckham. Aaron picks his hole. It's near the 35. He's a little short of first down yardage.
Brett Merritt threw a nice block.
Lenius on the stop, the 5'10", 175-pound junior.
I'm going to go with Owen, keeper.
You know, Byron defended that very well last week. I think they had scouted Nekoosa a bit. Let's see what happens here. Straight ahead, right off the right side. Merritt. First down easily.
Merritt carrier brought down by
8 yards on the pickup.
Down, Papermaker.
Nekoosa's run the ball 5 times for 35 yards. It's a 7-yard average. I think I'd stick to that game plan right now.
I wouldn't change until they stop it.
Good point. We haven't seen Colton Nekoosa with a carry yet tonight. A lot of Brett Merritt and 1 Peckham run. Merritt left side. Got a good block from Nekoosa and takes it to the 20.
I think Boyd Campbell used to do that. He used to just run the same play over and over until they stopped it.
Well, I think that's a pretty good philosophy.
Yeah, and if they couldn't stop it, he just kept going at it, pounding it and pounding it.
Pickup of 7 on the play, 2nd down.
So Nekoosa knocking at the door. 6:20 to play here in the first quarter. No score. 2 wingbacks this time. Merritt, the back behind the quarterback. Colton Nekoosa takes it down near the 15.
I think they're going to give him the 15 too, Tom.
The carrier brought down by Alex Sang.
That's good enough for a first down. So Colton's first carry, and that's 5 yards, and that third first down for Nekoosa.
Did Nakoosa go to hurry-up offense last week at all, Tom? Or
At times, yeah. It
times?
seemed like after they got a big play, they would get up the line of scrimmage in a hurry and try to run another play. Here they're doing it. No huddle after that first down. Nekoosa right side.
Oh, nice cut.
Had to turn it up. Wrestles for a few more yards before he's brought down by Jacob Pry.
Brought down by Jacob Pry.
6 yards.
Yeah, Nekoosa making it look pretty easy right now. They're going to mark it right at the 10-yard line. 2nd and 4.
5-yard pickup, 2nd down.
Nekoosa, a senior-dominated team. Very few juniors even out there on the field.
Yeah, we mentioned this before that Poynette does not have a real big team. They only got 4 players over 200 pounds, which tells me that they must be quick.
Merritt tries to get outside on that quick defense.
He got
Taken down near a first down.
Mitchell Mickelson, the tackler.
Right around the 6th, the official on the far side. Trying to make a determination here. Our referee, Mark Horn, signals 3rd down. So 3rd and inches now for Nekoosa. Under 5 minutes to play in the quarter. Straight ahead. Colton Nekoosa, did he get in?
No, they're not singling it, Tom. They're looking.
He definitely has a first down, though, near the goal line.
Nekoosa, the carrier. Nick Breck, the tackler.
A quick hitter that time.
Nekoosa.
Right off that left side, they're going to mark the football at the 1-yard line. Third first down of this drive for Nekoosa. They have 4 in the quarter.
Well, I'm looking at that 73 out there. He looks like a big guy, but they only got him listed at 160 pounds.
A lot of pads, I guess, huh?
My
Big
gosh.
shoulder pads this year. Straight ahead, Colton Nekoosa, untouched to the end zone. Touchdown, Nekoosa.
That was way too easy, and nobody touched him.
Walked in at the 4:26 mark of the first quarter. Nekoosa leading 6-0. Nice drive put together by this Nekoosa offense. Everything on the ground. Following the fumble recovery. Brad Savage on to attempt the point. Kick is down, and the kick is good. 4:26 to play, first quarter. It's Nekoosa 7 and Poynette nothing. 3 men deep, waiting for the kickoff from Brad Savage. He hits a number.
Squibber.
Picked up right around the 10-yard line. Ethan Lurquin brings it across the 25 to about the 27. A couple of Nakoosa players in on the tackle, led by number 52, Alex Kundert.
They've got an injury down there.
And number 47, Justin Mortel. Poynette player down on the field. Timeout on the field. Injured player for Poynette is off the field. Walked off the field under his own power, but a definite limp, but probably an ankle injury. That's just a good sign to see him walk off, I guess, even if he's getting a little bit of help. Poynette with the football, 1st and 10. Ball marked at the Poynette 28-yard line. The quarterback, Bruck, still has it. Got a man right in front of him, wide open. Scott Linnaeus came across the field, and boy, like I say, he was wide open. Takes it all the way up to the what? The 47-yard line.
On the reception.
So 20 yards on the throw.
The tackle, but a first down for the Pumas.
First down, number 2 for the Pumas. The Pumas, formerly known as the Indians. The Poynette Indians are no more. Not sure when they made the change, but now the Poynette sports teams are the Poynette Pumas, which is really the first time I've ever heard Pumas used as a nickname.
I agree with you, Tom. I've never heard of it either. College or high school.
Yeah, someone's being very inventive.
Oh, nice cut. Nice
Jacob
cut.
Redeman with the football. Down to the 45. 8 yards for Redeman.
Gain of a long 8, second down.
You know, that could even be Redeman. Well, we'll just go with Redeman.
Well, another first down, Tom, and they're going to be in 4-down territory every play.
We expected a good game tonight. Again, this team lost to Westfield in week 1.
Yeah, by 2 points, wasn't it?
And a close game at Westfield's been very good, yeah. This time, Brooks overthrows his target, number 22, Ethan Lurquin. Now Lurquin getting up very gingerly. Looked like maybe he came down and sprained an ankle. He's hobbling off the field. Lurquin is also the punter for Poynette.
He's hurting.
Yeah.
Didn't it surprise you a little bit, 2 yards to go, unless they think they can pick it up, which they probably, you know.
Yeah, maybe they're looking at it as being a free down.
Yeah.
It's probably 4-down territory for them too here. They've got a 3rd and 2 right now. They send one receiver right, wingback on the right side also.
Oh, fumble.
Ball on the ground. Still on the ground, still on the ground. Finally picked up by number 53, Dylan Bauer. And Bauer returns it to about the 45.
You know, right now, Poynette's their own worst enemy.
Yeah, 2 turnovers at midfield. Well, that fumble looked like a greased football that time, didn't it?
Yeah.
Came out, 3 times. And finally, Bauer said, hell, I'll take it, and picks it up and tries to head the other way.
Yeah, he didn't fall on it either. He picked it up.
He was thinking 6 when he picked that one up. Wyatt Caberly leads the team to the line of scrimmage. Wyatt the center for the Papermakers. 2 backs behind the quarterback. Peckham in motion. Kakoka hitting the backfield. Falls forward for about 2 feet. Good play that time by that defensive line. So Poynette has fumbled the ball away on each of their last 2 possessions. See what Nakoosa does here now on 2nd and 9. They've thrown the ball once tonight, and that was picked off. They'll run it here.
Oh.
Good penetration. Kakoka got away from the first man. Jacob Redeman had him wrapped up inside the 40. But Colton, with a good effort, almost got back to the line of scrimmage. Say lost 1 on the play.
Lost that yard, 3rd down.
But it's a hot night to be Peter Papermaker, don't you think? Peter right down in front of us right now. Peter does have a manly voice. And he can spell papers. Oh, he's going all the way. Papermakers. Nekoosa, 3rd and 10. Owen puts it under his arm, needs a block, didn't get it. Good effort.
With the keeper, hit by Tanner Brooks.
Tanner Brooks brought him down right at midfield, 5 yards short of that first down. Punt team coming on for Nekoosa. Well, that time, Owen just needed a block.
Yep.
And he didn't get it. He had 2 men out there. Finally made a decision to make a cut and almost got through there. The pursuit got him. Brooks hustling to the outside from the inside. Xavier Vicente, last man on the field for the Nekoosa punt unit. Brad Savage back to punt it away. 2 players back, looking for the football around the 15-yard line for Poynette. Good snap, little pressure, and a nice punt.
Yes.
Fielded at about the 13 by Mitchell Mickelson.
And up to about the 19.
Very little distance.
Mitchell Mickelson had the ball.
All around nice play by Nekoosa that time on their special teams. So Poynette trailing by a score with the football. 53 seconds to play in quarter number 1.
Well, Tom, their last possession, Poynette moved the ball. It's just that they fumbled it away.
Yeah, they've got what? 2 first downs in the quarter. I bet you they have 3 first downs. I think I forgot to mark one down on that last pass completion. So 3 first downs. Two backs behind the quarterback, Brooks. Uh-oh.
Oh, he's going to run.
I thought he had a man wide open, but he didn't throw the football. He's going to take it on his own and maybe pick up a first down.
Yeah, there was a lot of room in front of him.
Number 22, Ethan Lurquin, who did make it back on the field after that ankle injury, I thought was going to be wide open going down the field.
With the first down.
First down for the Pumas.
First down, number 4.
Running quarterback in high school really all seems to hurt teams.
Oh, yeah. That's just another fellow you got to keep track of in that backfield. Clock running. We're down to about 20 seconds. Everybody tight on second down for Poynette. Straight ahead. Good effort by the running back.
About 4 or 5 yards.
It's number 2, Scott Linnaeus with a carry. And John R. Allison in on the stop for the Papermakers.
That'll be the last play.
First quarter is over. Good first quarter of football here at Holland Field. Our score after 1, Nakoosa 7 and Poynette nothing. Poynette with the football as we begin quarter number 2, with them facing a 2nd and 5 with the ball at their own 34-yard line. Ball's handed off in a big hole. Jacob Redeman out near midfield. 14 yards and another first down for the Pumas. Number 5 on the night. Poynette with 64 yards of offense in that first quarter, 38 on the ground, 26 through the air. Nekoosa with 66 yards in offense, all of that coming on the ground. Turnover is a factor. Poynette turned the ball over twice in the first quarter, Nekoosa once. 1st and 10. Redeman again. Good play on the outside by Cody Schmidt.
Redmond brought down by Cody Schmidt.
Dan's nephew, Cody, with another good play. All you Schmidts are related, right?
No, no relation.
It's not a very common name. Loss of 3 on the play.
That was a tough one-on-one tackle.
Cody's really improved over last year. I think he plays with so much more confidence this year. That's what happens, your senior year. You know that you got to step up into a new role. And Cody's doing a good job of that. Receiver split wide left this time. Brooks looks right. They set up the screen. Read well by number 34, Brett Merritt. So Merritt came up from that linebacker spot and sniffed that one out. Really no gain on the play.
You almost got to the quarterback that time, Tom. I look for a screen.
It was a screen. I don't think they're going to screen again.
Yeah. Up the middle.
They're going to line up a receiver on the left side. They've got a man on the slot at the bottom of the screen as well. Single back behind the quarterback and 2 wingbacks. Draw play. Avoided the first tacklers. Good job there by Scott Linnaeus. But he is brought down by Tarek Tuttle and a group of paper makers.
Brought down by Tarek Tuttle.
And Poynette still 10 yards short of that first down yardage.
You got all the lights tonight.
Yeah, how about that? Things are really rolling here at Holland Field, aren't they? I'm still so impressed with the field markings. We've never had, the 40, the 50, the 40, the actual 10-yard markers marked on the field before.
I agree with you. And
it is
nice
just
job.
so gosh darn nice, and it seems to look better every week. Punt away. Going to be a penalty.
I didn't think he touched him, did you?
I didn't see it, but punter went down. I think Tristan Holden might have got a little piece of the punter.
Flag on that play.
And it's going to be a personal foul and a first down for Poynette.
Yep.
Wow. The punter obviously took a dive. I mean, that's what punters are supposed to do, right?
You're right. He took a dive, is right.
But the important thing was that the flag came out from the referee.
Yeah. In basketball, they call it flopping.
Yeah. You can't do that anymore in the NBA, right? You get fined for it. So it's a tough call against Nekoosa. That's the first penalty of the night. But again, it gives Poynette a new set of downs.
What he said.
To tell you the truth, I really thought they were going to give him running into the kicker, but
I just don't know what the rules are in high school. If there is
either.
such a thing, if there's a difference between a personal foul and then a simple foul like running into the kicker versus roughing the kicker. Anyway, it's first down for Poynette. Ball's at the 38-yard line of Nekoosa. 9 minutes to play here in the first half. They run left. Redeman inside the 35 to about the 32.
Redmond on that run. Brought down by
5 yards.
Brought down by Gerardo Gonzalez.
he got up a little slow, too.
They're playing football out there. Rough and tough football. The thing I get a kick out of now looking around Holland Field is it looks like a desert off of the football and the baseball field.
Oh,
The
yeah.
grass is just all burned out, but you look out here and it looks very nice. Very nice. I guess it's worth it, to have that sprinkler system running every night. They run right. Tarek Tuttle right there to bring down Linnaeus.
Tarek Tuttle in the backfield.
That time Tarek just shot the gap. And he guessed right. Sometimes you get burned doing that. Sometimes it really works out well when you do that. But Tuttle brings down Linnaeus for a 4-yard loss.
Oh, number 22 is back, Tom.
Yep. Shook off that injury. These guys are tough out here, Dan. 39 now for the Pumas. Dylan Bauer with good pressure on the quarterback. And Aaron Peckham swats that ball down.
Knocked down by Aaron Peckham.
Boy, Nakoosa had pretty good coverage over here. It wasn't just Peckham in the area, another 3 or 4 players.
22 is telling him they should have thrown it over his head, and he was going downfield. But when you're scrambling, you're
You got
desperate.
a guy bearing down on you from the right and then straight ahead. It's sometimes tough to make a good decision.
Yeah, you don't have time to see the whole field sometimes. You really don't.
4th down coming up for Poynette. Do they have their punter on? I don't think so.
No.
Ball's at the 35, 36-yard line.
If they kick it in the end zone, what are they going to get? 5, 10, 15 yards.
Probably, yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
They need to get down to the 27 for a first down. Brooks. Again, Bauer
He's
trying to
run.
get chase. Nekoosa closes in a hurry. And again, Tarek Tuttle makes the stop.
Tarek Tuttle brings down
So the
Aaron
sophomore
Brooks,
with a couple of good
football.
plays on this defensive stand. And Poynette turns the football over to Nekoosa.
They're talking to somebody there about something. They haven't moved the flags yet. What's
I'm not sure. Is there a penalty on the play?
I don't know. I didn't see a flag, Tom, but
No, they're going to come get a new football. So I don't quite understand what the discussion was.
I don't either. But the flags aren't moving. Nothing's moving.
Well, actually, they're going to mark off a penalty against Poynette now.
Yeah,
Which is, we're going to see it in a second, unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Pumas.
So we don't know if that's on one of the players or if it's on the coaching staff or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what.
It took place near the Poynette bench. Nekoosa first down.
And I didn't see the flag come out. Did you, or
No, I didn't.
or anybody pick one up?
Brett Merritt, short game.
Well, yeah, Poynette defense has tightened up since that first quarter.
It's turned into a bit of a defensive battle.
Brett Merritt tripped up at the line.
Tanner C on the stop that time.
Tanner C, the tackler.
You know, I look back at some of the old scores between these two teams, and I was surprised
Oh, my gosh.
as Nekoosa runs on second down for another yard. I think that's Kokoka that time.
This time Kakolka tripped up by Lurkwin.
Anyway, a lot of the recent games between these two teams has been very low scoring, like 10-3, 7-0. That surprised me. Merritt on third down needs to get to the 43. He's brought down at about the 46.
Merritt on that run, brought down by Linnaeus.
So now it's Nekoosa and head coach Jason Becker making a decision on whether to punt the ball or go for it here on 4th and 3. Coach Becker sends on his punt team. Brad Savage in the game. 6:19 to play here in the quarter. Nekoosa scored early in this game. Scored at the 4:26 mark of the first quarter. And that's been it tonight for scoring. One man deep. Nekoosa with the fake, and it's a good one. Aaron Peckham inside the 40. He's got a first down.
Aaron Peckham, brought down by Austin Sears. First down, Nakoosa.
Nice call by the coaching staff.
I wish I would have said what I was thinking. I really do. Because nobody will believe me now.
I got to ask Jim. Jim, did you catch that? Whoa, Jim was on it because I was looking back at the punter.
I really thought that was an opportune time if you were going to fake it.
Nekoosa really executed that well.
Yep, snap it to the short man.
So now a fresh set of downs from the 38. Kokoka left.
Oh, nice block there. Nice cut. Nice cut.
Kokoka. Touchdown, Nekoosa. So number 38 takes it 38 yards. And Colton Kokoka gives Nekoosa a 13-0 lead with 5:30 to play in the first half. Boy, did he show some patience that time, huh?
Yes, he did.
That was a very nice set of decisions made that time by the Nekoosa
Bad habits are hard to break.
running back.
He waited for the blocks and just followed right behind them.
Savage on to attempt the point. That's Colton's second score tonight. Savage bangs it through, and we're going to get a penalty probably on the kickoff now as Poynette roughs the kicker. 5:30 to play, first half. It's Nekoosa 14 and Poynette nothing. So Nekoosa ready to kick it away now. 5:30 to play in the half, and they own a 14-point lead.
Where do they normally kick from, the 30-yard line or 35?
I think they kicked from the 35. They marked off 10 yards
Okay.
on the roughing penalty. That's a good point, Dan.
I thought
Isn't that terrible? I don't even know where they kick the ball off from usually.
I think it should be on the 50 myself.
And I think you're right, Dan. Well, we got to get you a striped shirt.
Well, how about the 45 of theirs?
So it's a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah.
So they usually kick the ball off from the 40.
Yeah.
Just like they did back in the Stone Ages.
On the kickoff.
Yeah, picked up 10 yards there, didn't we?
I would think that you're going to see the ball head into the end zone here with Savage's leg. 3 men deep. They're all at about the 2-yard line awaiting the kick. Brad sticks it over their heads. I think he was going for the goalpost.
I
that time,
agree
don't
with
you
you. I think he was going for a field goal.
Touchback. Poynette takes the ball at the 20.
So he kicked the ball about, what, 55 yards there? Not bad.
No, you know, if that would have been straight on.
Actually, I'm amazed that it's taken me this long to make that mistake.
So now, Poynette down 2 scores. Still with 5:30 to play here in the quarter. Let's see if the new deficit changes the game plan at all for the Pumas.
Yeah, I don't think Poynette wants to go in halftime being down 14-0 and then giving the ball back to us starting the third quarter.
They send a receiver wide right. That's Lurquin. And they run the football to the right side. Tarek Tuttle with another stop. Oh, excuse me, that wasn't Tuttle that time, was it? Is that 66? 56. Layton on the stop. So Trent Layton with the play. Pickup of about a yard. For the most part, the Nekoosa defense has been a bend but not break type operation so far this year. They did give up a couple of big scoring runs in their first ball game. A little wraparound draw this time. Linnaeus with the football, short of the first down.
He got some good yards, though. See here it again? Oh, penalty.
A flag came out now. As there is a player down, and I'm just wondering if that injured player might have said something.
I think the bench said something.
Timeout on the field, 4:38 to play in the half. So following that last run by Linnaeus, Poynette again called for an unsportsmanlike penalty, and that they called the penalty after the play. So they marched off half the distance to the goal, and it's 3rd down now and about 16 for the Pumas. And a flag before the ball was snapped.
That has to be a motion penalty.
That penalty was called by the umpire, and it is a false start. So that marks them back even further.
They can't go back much further. They'll be in their own end zone.
Nekoosa sitting good, 4:15 to play yet, and 3rd and 21. Coming up now for Poynette. I'd look for Poynette to run the football here.
I do too.
I don't think they want to stop the clock or take a chance at turning the ball over, but we'll see. They run it. Got a good block and a good spin move, but the pursuit of Nekoosa is going to bring down the ball carrier, who is number 27, I believe.
Redmond the carrier.
Redmond.
I would guess we're not going to rush the punter on this one.
4th and long.
So he got out to the 15-yard line. 6 yards on the carry at 4th down coming up. And make that Ethan Lurquin back in the game to punt it away. Nekoosa sending 3 men deep. And we're going to get a timeout called by Poynette. 3:24 to play, first half, 14-0, Nekoosa. Okay, Lurquin back to punt the football away. He's standing near his goal line. Kokoka back deep.
It's good to see him punt. I mean, that he's out there, Tom.
Pretty good kick. Nice spiral. Kokoka at the 43.
I think it was a great kick.
Colton with a good return. He's going to get down inside the 40-yard line.
Colton Kokoka with the return.
That was a dandy kick. He kicked that ball from the goal line. And Kokoka caught that football where? About the 38-yard line.
Yeah. So he kicked there 50, 60.
A long way.
Yeah, a long way.
It's the kind of kick you want. Of course, a nice tight spiral that carries the one that I could never kick. or punt. To this day, I cannot get the ball to spiral off of my foot. 3:12 to play. Owen hands it off on first down. Brett Merritt, big hole right side. Close to first down yardage before. Jacob Fry puts him down.
Brett Merritt with the carry.
Now they're going to mark him for about 9. You know, Nekoosa hasn't put up big numbers on offense here in the first half by any means. They've been methodical, and they've thrown in a few big plays, like that run by Nekoosa. Boy, another flag came out very late.
Late. It's going to be holding, I believe.
There's one flag back in the Nekoosa backfield. It's a personal foul against Poynette.
Oh, my gosh.
Boy, the Pumas are just killing themselves with penalties.
Boy, that's the third one.
Now that'll be half the distance to the goal, added on to the run by Merritt. Or make that Nekoosa. Colton's having a good second quarter, isn't he? Good night. They mark the football down to the 9-yard line. And Nekoosa still with 2:40 to play in the quarter and the half. Nekoosa with all 3 timeouts remaining.
Wait a second.
Nekoosa snapped the football with the umpire.
It wasn't in position.
It was back by the referee. It looked like the umpire jumped offside, didn't it?
It wasn't Nekoosa's fault. It was the umpire. He was just in the wrong place.
Well, the referee should have maybe...
blew the whistle ahead of time, yeah.
So we'll try it again. First and goal now from the 9. Little trap play inside. Ball's on the ground. I think Nekoosa might have got that back. They did.
Wow.
Fortunate. I believe that was Nekoosa with the football. And John or Allison covers up that pigskin for Nekoosa. Net effect of the play is about 3 yards to the 5. Approaching that 2-minute mark of the first half. Everybody tight. 3 backs behind the quarterback. Merritt hit in the backfield and brought down. Nice play by number 33, Tanner C. C is just a sophomore, 6 foot 175-pound linebacker.
That was a nice tackle, Tom.
And now Nekoosa facing a 3rd and goal. The ball still at the 4-yard line. And Nekoosa finally hits the road next week.
Lensmeyer up the middle.
They are not at Holland Field next week, but instead they'll be down at Columbus, taking on the Columbus, whatever they are. I'm not sure what Columbus is called down there. That's going to be an interesting matchup because that is Scott Hilber's football team this year. And Scott Hilber, of course, and Nekoosa head coach over the past 9 or 10 seasons, leaving this season to go to
I think I checked
Columbus.
them out, Tom. I think they're 1-1 right now, Columbus.
They are. I checked that out as well, Dan. And they've played 2 good games. It looks like they could have won either game or both games rather easily with just another break here or there. Trying to find what's going on in the conference otherwise next week. I know I got it here. Baby, there it is. Besides Nekoosa traveling down to Columbus, Wisconsin Heights will be at Mauston, the Dells at Lakeside Lutheran, Waterloo at Adams Friendship, Watoma at Lake Mills, and New Glarus Monticello at Westfield. Other games tonight besides this ball game, Mauston's at Belleville, Adams Friendship at Cambridge, Watertown Lutheran at the Dells, Westfield at Marshall, and Lodi at Watoma. You know, the conference season just 2 weeks away. Nekoosa opens up the conference season at home against Westfield. 3rd and goal from the 4. Who's got the football? I think it's Brett Merritt. And is he in? He is. Brett Merritt takes it into the end zone from 4 yards out, and Nekoosa hits pay dirt for the 3rd time in this ball game. They now lead 20-0 with 1:34 to play in the half.
Boy, if the weather continues like this time, we're going to have to get air conditioning up here.
It's getting sort of calm now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting sort of, the air is getting stagnant up here right now.
Oh, wait till you feel that Badger game tomorrow, sitting on those aluminum bleachers, high in the air.
Yeah, and we're close to the sun up there.
Brad Savage with the extra
Savage
point.
pounds through his third extra point. Minute 34 to play in the half. It's now Nekoosa 21 and Poynette nothing. Still a minute 34 to play as Brad Savage sends it away to Poynette. Nice long end over end kick picked up at about the 10-yard line by Scott Linnaeus. And he's going to be wrapped up. Gang tackle at about the 24-yard line.
Yeah.
Mitchell Mendelssohn, the return.
We've really been blessed with some good kickers in the last, 10 years, something like that?
That makes it fun, doesn't it?
Yes.
That was actually Mitchell Mickelson who returned that football for Poynette. Yeah, Brad Savage is senior. Nakoosa has had some good kickers over
Yeah,
there.
ever since that, it was a Gerlach?
Chad Gerlach back in the, I don't know, around 2000 or something like that, right? Boy, he had a heck of a leg. He went on to kick for Duluth or something like that in college. But it really adds another dimension to your game, though. If you can knock down a field goal from 35 yards, that gives you a lot more scoring threat. 3 receivers right. They throw that way a little high and incomplete. Intended for
Mickelson, the intended receiver.
Mickelson.
Complete.
Mitchell Mickelson. Minute 20 yet to play in the quarter.
They're putting some pressure on the quarterback, too. That helps.
I would look screen here. They want to throw the ball, and they're expecting a pretty good pass rush. I would look screen here if I was Nekoosa. We've seen a couple of screens already by this point at offense. I could see a screen coming this way, short side of the field. One wide receiver split wide left and make that wide right. Now they run the football. And again, it's Mickelson. Boy, he's become the featured back there all of a sudden, hasn't he? Good pursuit again by that Nekoosa D. I believe Trent Layton cleaned up the
Hunter Miller.
Nekoosa call timeout? That's what I thought.
tackle helped by Hunter Miller. Nekoosa takes the timeout. Minute 12 yet to play in the quarter. 21-0 Nekoosa. 3rd down and 6.
Let's see if we get your screen on this play, Tom.
Now they're
Nope.
going to run it.
No, going to run her wide. Oops.
Number 30, Alex Sang with the football, and he
And a-
didn't get there, did he?
And a timeout.
Swing in the pitch.
Nekoosa uses their last timeout. Minute 2 yet to play in the quarter and the half.
Another timeout on the field.
Well, we get a good return on this, in field goal range.
They even go for a block.
Huh?
Even go for a block.
Yeah.
It's one of the things Byron had a problem with last week was the long snapping game. A couple of times the ball sailed over the punter's head. The second time it happened, it ended up in a safety with Aaron Peckham bringing the punter down. So yeah, anything can happen on a punt play. Get a good return, get a block. Gonna find out in just a few minutes. Jason Becker in his first season here with Nekoosa, doing a good job so far, isn't he? Nekoosa seems to have gotten a little bit better every week we've seen them.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see, Tom. Improvement from the first game right through the season.
It's not easy to do. Of course, you want to peak in the end, but you want to play good football throughout the year. Now, I really think this group of Nekoosa seniors dedicated themselves to get better during the off season. You see a lot of these kids at the high school in the weight room and the other athletic programs going on at the high school. Colton Kokoka waits for the punt. Oh, I tell you what, Xavier Facente had a shot at the football. He just didn't extend himself. And then he ran into the kicker, and it's going to be Poynette football. Another personal foul on Nekoosa, as Xavier did run into the punter.
Roughing the kicker against the papermaker.
Xavier had it. He was there. All he had to do was lay out on that right foot. He'll get the next one. So we just said anything could happen on punt play, right?
Yeah.
We didn't talk about the negative side of it.
Well, Nekoosa had nothing to lose. They were deep in their own territory. They're going to get the ball where about the 35 at the most.
No timeouts, but yeah, they had a good chance of scoring.
At the 40-yard line, 39. They got 51 seconds to do it in 52 seconds.
The marking off the penalty, somehow the ball gets all the way up to the 39-yard line. Were they at the 24 before?
Had to be, Tom. Yeah, I believe so.
You know, Poynette still with 2 timeouts, but the clock is running right now with 44 seconds to play. I'm sort of surprised it's running after the penalty. They run the quick hitter in the middle, and Nekoosa wraps that play up nicely.
They don't seem like they're in any hurry to stop that clock at all, are they?
Hunter Miller, Gonzalez, and Layton in on that stop. About 3 yards on the carry.
They're going into the locker room, Tom.
Well, now they're going to take a timeout. Go figure. The clock's down to 15 seconds, and now Poynette takes a timeout. 21-0, Nekoosa. So Poynette tries it again. 2nd and 7, 19 seconds. They must have put a little bit back on the clock, huh? From the shotgun this time. Nekoosa with a bit of pressure. Quarterback escapes to the outside, down the field. Got a man, got a first down. Tanner Brooks, foul number 22. Ethan Lurquin for a nice pickup. 32 yards on the throw. And now Poynette will take their last timeout with 9 seconds to play in the quarter. Well, I tell you what, if Poynette wouldn't have squandered some of that time early in this drive, they'd have a much better chance of scoring. Of course, they still have a chance of scoring.
Yeah, if we get them in the field of play, the clock will run out. So they got to go to the end zone. Or a quick out-of-bounds play.
Again, 9 seconds to play in the quarter. Season leaders for Nekoosa. As I mentioned before, Brett Merritt with a good year. He's carried the ball 52 times on the season for 263 yards. That's a 5-yard average. 2 touchdown runs thus far for Brett. Owen Linsmeyer coming in tonight's game, 6 out of 12 on the season for 116 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Of course, he's thrown 1 tonight. Poynette, 1st and 10. Merritt puts down the quarterback for a big loss.
Well, that took care of that, Tom.
Bring down Tanner Brooks.
Brooks brought down 17 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
You have an announcement.
And what a nice,
Bob Ness, you are requested to go to the ticket booth.
what a nice way to end the first half. Our score at halftime: Nekoosa 21 and Poynette nothing. We've got a couple of well-rested teams now. A nice long halftime break on this 80-degree Friday night in Nekoosa. Nekoosa leading Poynette 21-0 at halftime. Nekoosa's 3 scorers all came on the ground. First quarter, Colton Kokoka took it over from a yard out. The second quarter, Colton with a 38-yard run. And Brett Merritt with a 4-yard run. Late in the second quarter, Brad Savage adding the extra point each time for Nekoosa. 21-0 our score. Statistically, the game is pretty close. Nekoosa with 143 yards in total offense, all of that coming on the ground. Conversely, Poynette with 118 yards in total offense, 60 on the ground, 58 through the air. Poynette has hurt themselves. First off, with a couple of first quarter fumbles, one of which Nekoosa converted for a score. They've also shot themselves in the foot with penalties. 2 unsportsmanlike penalties in the half, 1 personal foul, a total of 43 yards in penalty yardage. Nekoosa's turned the ball over once, that on an interception. They too have 30 yards in penalties, both roughing the punter penalties. Nekoosa with the football. Cody Schmidt breaks through the crowd. Cody Schmidt is gonna go the distance. Holy cow. How about that?
Boy, Tom, you're lucky you got done with those stats in time.
Cody Schmidt, I tell you what, did not slow down for anything that time. Caught the ball, got up that full sprint, and took it the distance. How far do you think that went? Where did he catch the football from?
I thought he caught it around the 15-yard line, tell you the truth.
So, okay, we'll go with 85 yards for Cody Schmidt. And Nakoosa strikes like a lightning here in the second half. 11 seconds into the period.
I'm waiting for the announcers, Tom, because normally they keep track of that, but they must have went to sleep. I don't hear anything.
They had their head down too, huh? We'll go 85 yard. Brad Savage on. Owen Linsmeyer, the holder. And a good kick. So quickly, Nakoosa strikes. 11:49 to play. Third quarter. It's now Nakoosa 28 and Poynette nothing. So Nakoosa strikes before half the crowd can get back from the concession stand. Cody Schmidt streaking down the right sideline for a score.
11 seconds.
It'll take me 11 seconds to get to midfield from the 20. Not Cody. Good, strong kick by Savage, fielded at about the 2-yard line. Redmond with the football, trying to get outside. Almost got there. Good pursuit by Nekoosa.
About the 28-yard line, 29.
Number 25, Matt McDonald, along with number 40, Jared Olson. And on the stop for Nekoosa. So Poynette, with their first possession of the second half. Things are starting to get serious now for the Pumas. Down 4 scores with, well, pretty much 2 full quarters to play. Poynette looking for their second win on the year. Not looking good right now.
Still got a lot of football to play, Tom.
They split a receiver wide left. They run it on first down to the right side. Redmond probably got about 4.
4 or 5. 5 they're going to give them.
Jacob Redmond again, the carrier.
Poynette has moved the football in this game, no doubt about it. But they've had problems putting together consistent drives. Or finishing a drive. I don't think they've been inside the Nekoosa 20 in this game at all.
I don't believe so, Tom.
Second down at about 5 now. The quarterback, Brooks, hands it off, and again it's Redmond.
He's going to be about a yard short. He might have it, Tom.
Just short of the 40, they're going to mark it. I think he needs the 40-yard line. Dylan Bauer with the stop. I mentioned before, Nekoosa with mostly seniors out there. Nekoosa probably with only 2 underclassmen on the defense right now. Being Peckham and Tuttle. 3rd and 1, Redmond hitting the backfield, but he drags a tackler for that first down. Good effort by Jacob Redmond.
Yeah, because they had him in the backfield, Tom. He did that all on his own.
Nekoosa with a 4-4 defense. Dylan Bauer, Tristan Holden on the right side of that line. Geraldo Gonzalez, one of the tackles. And Hunter Miller, the other end. Trap play inside. Good blocking.
Good running. Hard running.
Little jitterbug running that time by the small Mitchell Mickelson. 5'11", 154.
Second down.
Miller brought him down, but not until Mickelson got about 5. We'll even give him 6. It's one of those trifecta football weekends. Nakoosa football on Friday night, Wisconsin Badger football on Saturday, and of course the Packers back in action this Sunday against those nasty 49ers. 2nd and 4. Redmond, I believe.
Redmond and Miller again.
And again, Miller on the stop for Nekoosa. Hunter doing a nice job from that defensive end position. Nekoosa with Merritt, Layton, Tuttle, and Peckham out there as linebackers right now. Cody Schmidt and Colton Kokoka are the corners, and the safety is Xavier Facente.
It's a big down here for
3rd and 2. And little motion beforehand. It's going to be 3rd and 7. And again, Poynette hurting themselves.
Yeah, plus they gave away the play.
What was the play?
Well, with the passing play, he was going back to pass.
That's odd, isn't it, on 3rd and 2?
I thought it was odd too, but
Unless they're going to set up a screen or
I don't know,
maybe even a draw.
yeah. If it was a screen, it was on the right side there.
Well, we'll see what they dial up here. Coach Todd Anderson leading his troops. 3rd and 7 from the 44. Brooks. He's got a lot of room on that edge.
It sure does.
Pulls it down, breaks a tackle, breaks 2 tackles, and almost got out of there.
He's still running.
Wow, what an effort by the quarterback Brooks. That's a first down.
Boy, we had opportunities.
Tanner Brooks gets thrown on the outside.
Boy, it took about 3 paper makers to
Yeah.
finally put him down.
Another first down for the Pumas.
He was hit about 4 yards short of that first down and just couldn't wrap him up.
So Poynette's moving the football. 8:10 to play yet here in the 3rd quarter. Back in Nakoosa territory. One wide receiver split wide left. That's Wesley Gorman. Wingback on the left side also. They run this way. Redmond tripped, but still picked up good yardage down to the 40.
Redmond brought down by Trent Layton. 2nd down.
It's hard to believe we're in September already. And it's also hard to believe we're a third of the way through the football season already.
Yes.
Won't be too long. We'll be donning the winter coats at these football games.
Well, being the score what it is, I got to believe that right now they're in 4-down territory once they cross that 50.
Gonna run again. Bauer in pursuit.
Oh, nice run.
Boy, that is a nice effort by number 30, Alex Sang.
Boy, they're just chewing up the yards on us now, Tom.
Brought down by Trent Layton.
Sang took it all the way down to the 29. 3rd first down for the Puma. Make that the Pumas on this drive. Nekoosa doesn't like what they see defensively. They take a timeout. 7:07 to play, 3rd quarter, 28-0 Nekoosa. So Nekoosa has talked it over defensively. They're ready now for the Pumas, who will have a 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll throw.
Oh,
Wide open is number 22, Ethan Lurquin.
Boy, he had his pick that time, number 4 or number 22.
About 8 yards. Brett Merritt in on the stop, and Merritt still down on the field. I'll make that Cody Schmidt was injured and in on the tackle. Cody trying to get up.
Boy, I don't know if we were playing prevent defense or what, but
I think they just caught Nekoosa off guard that time. Nekoosa really thinking about the run and
yeah.
didn't play real good pass defense that time.
No, 4 and 22 are wide open.
There's a Peter Papermaker out there. Mingling in the crowd. See, he's got to put his name on his back so everybody knows who he is. He likes to talk to the students, doesn't he? Ooh. Invasion of privacy there. Cody Schmidt's off the field on his own power. Hopefully Cody can get back in the ball game. 8 yards on that last pass play, so 2nd and 2 now for the Poynette Pumas. The PPs. Receiver wide left. Slot back on the right. 2 backs behind the quarterback. Redmen brought down by Tarek Tuttle. No, number 56, excuse me.
Field by Trent Layton.
Trent Layton made that good play.
We got an injured player, 27. Is he getting up?
Yep, he's up.
Yeah, he's up.
So Redmond actually lost a couple on that play.
He's up, but he's hurt. I think he hurt his hand.
Still in the ball game, though. He's going to shake off that little bruise. Running back, linebackers, they are tough people, let me tell you. 3rd and 5 now for Poynette. Receiver split wide right is Lurquin. Screen, no, it was just a good rush. And Brett Merritt with the pick. Brett Merritt heads up the field. Got a heck of a block from Miller. And Merritt trying to outrun the white shirts. Still on his feet to the 30.
Merritt with the interception.
Face mask.
And a face mask at the end of it.
Flag at the end of the
I'll
play.
be darned. Boy, it was Hunter Miller that just threw a crushing block way back here on the 20-yard line.
I saw his head go straight down when he was tackled.
Second interception. No, it's the first interception for Nekoosa tonight.
Personal foul, face mask against Poynette.
So that face mask penalty will move the ball from the 25 down to the 12. No, they're going to move it down to the 15. So a 10-yard penalty. And Nakoosa with great field position, 5:39 to play in the first, or make that third quarter.
There was nobody open on that play, Tom, when he passed it.
You know, there was such a good rush on the quarterback. I really thought they were setting up a screen. I mean, they had 4 Nekoosa players bearing down on the poor quarterback, Brooks. And he put the ball out there with nothing on it. Linsmeyer hands it off on first down. That's Tarek Tuttle, his first carry of the night.
Nice carry.
So the sophomore in the ball game in the backfield now.
Tarek Tuttle, the ball carrier, brought down by Scott Lydian.
Tarek got down inside the 10 at about the 9.
Pick up a 6, second down.
Is Brett Merritt out there? No.
No, I think maybe Merritt's getting
I
a
think
blow after that long interception return. It's Tuttle and Kokoka in the backfield. Counter play to Kokoka. Good play made by number 33.
Holden Kokoka, the carrier.
Alex Sang. Boy, we've said his name a few times tonight. Offense and defense.
you got good eyes, Tom. I can't even read these numbers from here.
I'm squinting, Dan. I'm squinting. Probably see him better on the monitor up there.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, this is a high-tech operation. We have a monitor.
You can get $10 for that, at ODC.
It's going to cost us $10 someday to take it to ODC. 3rd and 1. Nekoosa runs right.
No.
Oh, that's Tuttle. A
Yeah,
good effort.
Boy, he got it on his own.
I don't think Tarek had it. When he was first contact, I don't think Tarek had the first down, but he bowled forward.
Yeah, I agree with you. He didn't have it.
First down from the 5-yard line. First and goal for the Papers.
First and goal, Nekoosa.
I think we're going to get a timeout here, maybe. No?
Well, play coming in from the Nekoosa sideline, brought in by Ryan Liebherr. Liebherr will stay in the game, of course, at one of the end positions. Tuttle and Kokoka behind the quarterback, Linsmeyer. Kokoka straight ahead,
Boy, he's close.
near the 2-yard line.
Kokoka brought down.
Colton with 2 scores tonight, looking for a third one. What is the running clock in high school? Is it 35 points?
I thought it might be, but I thought it was 40. But
35.
35.
Jim Allen says he got the rule book out right away. Oh, Jim is the rule book. He knows the rules of the game. Mark it at the 1.
in.
Right side, Kokoka, touchdown, Nakoosa.
Kokoka.
Colton Kokoka scores for the 3rd time on the night. A 1-yard run. Nakoosa now on top, 34-0 with 3:20 to play in the 3rd. So Nakoosa has put on 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter and have a commanding lead now over the Puma. Brad Savage on to attempt the try. Colton Kokoka, the holder, by the way. Kick is up, and it splits the uprights. 3:20 to play, third quarter. Nekoosa 35 and Poynette nothing. Brad Savage kicks it away.
It's about the short one.
Yeah, dropped at about the, 14-yard line. And again, a good effort by Mickelson. But he is brought down at the 25-yard line. And again, Matt McDonald in there for sure.
Starting the 25.
Number 30, Curtis Fuhrman as well. And again, number 40, Jared Olson. So good job by the special teams this entire ball game for Nekoosa. Yeah, Nekoosa does have another kicker on the roster. Number 16 is Kaylee Jensen. Kaylee is a girl, a female, and she is a sophomore. Kicked for the JVs last year. She might get a shot today, the way things are going for Nekoosa. That'd be fun to see. Poynette on first down, right up the middle. Tarek Tuttle finally puts the runner down. Good play on the bottom of the pile by Gonzalez. About 3 yards on the pickup. And we have an injured player on the field. 2:12 to play, third quarter, 35-0 Nekoosa. Alex Sang was the injured player for Poynette. He walked off the field, hobbled off the field a little bit. But I think he's going to be just fine. Poynette runs the football on 2nd and 6, and they get out to about the 35-yard line. That may be a first down.
Could be a first down, Tom.
Who was the ball carrier that time? 27, Redmond. And Hunter Miller with another tackle for Nekoosa. He's having a good night.
Down, Poynette.
Another first down for Poynette. Defensively, Nekoosa's leading tackler is Dylan Bauer. He's got 10 solo tackles and 8 assists coming into this ball game. Right behind him, Colton Kokoka and Brett Merritt. A lot of talent in that Nekoosa defensive side of the football. To the ground again, Redmond. Boy, did he get hit after he came out of that spin. I think that was Miller again that got him. Along with Gonzalez.
Miller bringing down Redmond again.
Geraldo has had a nice ball game for Nekoosa. Gonzalez has been in a lot of stops also.
Good athlete, Redmond.
Clock is running. It's a running clock now. Nekoosa up by 35 points. We're down to 40 seconds to play in the quarter. So the clock will only stop for timeouts and injuries. Of course, that would be a timeout as well. And also stop on scores. Otherwise, it'll continue to run. Tanner Brooks still has it. Finds a man in the secondary. I believe that's number 28 that caught the football. Bobby Dufresne.
Robert Dufresne on the
Dufresne, according to PA announcer Steve Bouchard.
To the end of the quarter.
It'll be a first down for Poynette when the fourth quarter begins. We played 3. Our score, Nekoosa 35 and Poynette nothing. New set of downs for Poynette, a new quarter for Poynette as we enter the fourth quarter. Ball at the 49-yard line of the Papermakers. Quarterback still has the football. Throws a strike to number 4, Mitchell Mickelson. Close to another first down. They're going to mark him about a yard short.
Mickelson, the receiver.
You know, Poynette has moved the ball. It's just that they haven't got it in the end zone.
Consistency, turnovers, penalties. It's hurt Poynette tonight. And again, statistically, the game isn't that different. We got the big special play by Schmidt here in the second half, the touchdown return. We got the big interception by Merritt that led to another score for Nekoosa in the third quarter. I mean, Nekoosa's had a short field more than once tonight. 2nd and 1. They run for it, And
They got
Redmond's
her.
got a first down.
Well, hold it. Yeah, I think he does.
I don't know why they're stopping the clock.
Robert Dufresne with the ball.
They're not actually stopping the clock, but the official on the field waved his arms to stop the clock.
I think it's a habit, Tom.
Clock is running, under 11 minutes to play. Trent Layton hobbles off the field for Nekoosa, holding his right thigh. Hopefully he doesn't pull the muscle. First and 10 from the 38. One receiver split wide left. Wing back on the right side. They run to the right side, and there's Tarek Tuttle again. Missed the tackle. We'll make that Brett Merritt. Merritt missed the tackle, but he got a lot of help from his friends, as Xavier Facenti came up to make the play along with Justin Mortel, putting down the ball carrier for about a 6-yard loss.
Seems that just when they get momentum or something going, it seems like Nekoosa puts a stop to it. They come up with a big play.
That was a big play there. Some new faces in the lineup right now for Nekoosa, but not many. I see number 65 out there. Andrew Melvin at one of the tackle positions. Of course, we just mentioned Justin Mortel. He's at the left linebacker position. Quarterback gets outside, lots of time to throw it, and overshoots his target.
Yeah, he had him open.
32, the intended receiver. There's no 32. It's number 33, Tanner C. Clock continues to run because of the 35-point margin. We're down to 9:20 to play in the game. Again, Nakoosa on the road next week. They will be at Columbus, 7 o'clock Friday night, down at Columbus. Well, that's going to be a special treat for us. I've never gone to Columbus for a football game. I think I visited the city of Columbus once in my life.
You know, it'll sort of be a, what do you want to call it, type of match. Where Coach Hilber's there now and has left Nekoosa.
Yeah, it's like an instant rivalry, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, and he's building a new program there, and Nekoosa coming down.
That's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
Third down and 14. Down the sideline, intended for number 22, Ethan Lurquin.
Ethan Lurquin, the intended receiver.
I don't think it's going to take much to get either team fired up for that game.
Fourth down.
And then Nekoosa's got to come back the following week for that conference opener against what appears to be a very good Westfield team. Westfield 2-0. Scored 60 points last week against, I think it was Princeton. Green Lake, Princeton. There's another school or another town in there. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. When you score 60 on anybody, you got a pretty good offense.
Princeton Green Lake, isn't it?
Green Lake, you're right. New punter in the game is Anthony Rittmeyer.
Oh, this surprises me.
As Poynette's going to punt it away, 4th and 14. High snap. And the punt fielded by Colton Kokoka.
Ooh.
Tried to split two defenders, couldn't quite get there.
Kokoka with the return.
It's number 8, Tyler Klink, brought down Colton at about the 25.
Doherty on the tackle.
Somebody call timeout, Tom.
Timeout on the field, taken by Nekoosa. 7:33 to play. Nekoosa 35 and Poynette nothing. So Nekoosa's got a lot of new faces on the field now offensively. Starting with quarterback Brandon Kundert, 6 foot, 185-pound sophomore. He's the quarterback. Behind him in the backfield is Tarek Tuttle, a sophomore, and Clay Lieber, another sophomore. They run Tuttle on first down, and Tarek takes it out to the 30, about a 4-yard pickup.
And a nice little move when he got into traffic there on the right side.
Of course, the whole offensive line is new as well.
Tarek Tuttle with the carry, brought down by Tower Menning.
I'm not that good at picking up all those new faces, though, so.
I see Poynette's changing some of their players now in the defensive line.
Jared Olson brought the play in from the Nekoosa bench. Jared lines up in the backfield now, along with Clay Lieber behind the quarterback Kundert. Clay Lieber, right side. He's quick. Flag comes out late.
Got to be holding, I would think.
The ball carrier, brought
I would
down
think
by
so,
Jacob
too.
Krumberger and Jacob Prey. There is a penalty on that play.
Or a block in the back.
Holding against Nekoosa.
It is a block in the back.
Yeah.
Clock continues to run. 6:30 to play. See if Poynette accepts the penalty or not. It was little or no gain on the play. It would have been 3rd and 6 coming up. Instead, it's going to be second and about.
Sorry, there was a block in the back.
Second and about 12, I guess. No, they're still moving the chains. They're going to mark it at the 22. So second down and about 14.
This whole penalty thing is taking about a minute and a half off the clock.
Now that happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does when you got a running clock.
I think Peter Papermaker just scared a little girl down here. Peter is pretty scary if you're 3 years old. Someday that 3-year-old may be Peter Papermaker.
Now they didn't have a place right. And
Still moving the football around on the field.
now it's almost 2 minutes.
It's like a scrum. 5:30 to play. They're going to snap the football. Second down and 15. Left side, Tarek Tuttle. Breaking tackles out to the 35. Nice run by
nice
Tuttle.
run.
He had a nice hole on the left side, but he really hit that hole quick as well. He's about 2 yards short of the first down. Sounds like we've got our B team in for the PA announcer now, too.
Yeah,
huh?
got a substitute up there.
Yeah. That sounded like the voice of Mr. Kleinhans that time. Dan filling in. 3rd and 2, less than 5 minutes to play in the game. Kundert. Tuttle behind him, hands it to Tarek. Tarek's got the first down across the 40. He's looking for more. Puts up quite a battle, doesn't he?
Yes, he is. Doesn't go down easy.
4 yards and a first down for Nekoosa. Center right now for the Papermakers is number 50. No, it can't be number 53. 63. Nick Spansky. 52 and 69 are the guards. That's Alex Kundert and Joey Kukulka. Clay Lieber, little spin move, and boy, thrown down rather rudely that time.
With the carry brought down by Troy Lackner.
Tell you what, Clay has got a lot of spunk, but doesn't have a lot of size.
135 they got him listed at, but
Yeah.
I question that.
I think there were some rocks in his pocket when they weighed him that day. But again, he's a competitor. Be it on the football field or the baseball field. He's a wrestler too, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
3.5 minutes to play. Second down and 8 from the 42. Gunder taking his time. But the left side of the line not taking their time.
Yeah, 25 was.
McDonald jump. I think the left tackle, number 71, Emmett Anderson, also got an early start. You're right, Dan. Most of the time in this fourth quarter has been chewed up either trying to spot the football or penalties. Game goes by in a hurry when the clock is running. 2:50 to play now. Second down, 13. Clay Lieber inside. Short gain of about 3.
I noticed the quarterback is watching the backfield official now again.
With the carry brought down by Logan.
Which is nice of him, but I tell you what, if I was out there getting to play a little varsity football, I think I'd try to run as many plays as I can.
I agree with you, Tom.
Good discipline showed by the Nakoosa quarterback, though. 2 minutes to play now. 3rd and 10. Jared Olson gets a carry. Jared gets back to the line of scrimmage. And 4th down coming up for Nekoosa.
Jared Olson with the carry.
Brad Savage coming out to punt the football away.
4th down.
So Poynette will get one more shot at it. Be about a minute left on the clock, I believe, when they see the football. Actually, it's Matt McDonald that's going to punt the ball.
I was going to say, that's
number
not Savage.
25. I thought I saw Savage out there. McDonald needs to be taller to get that one. Chases it down and gets away a punt. How about that?
Hey, not a bad punt either, is it?
And it turns out really, really well.
Oh,
Punt by Matt McDonald.
Boy, he did everything right that time after a bad snap. And the Nekoosa crowd very appreciative.
and they should be. I mean, that could have been a disaster.
Poynette going to start from their own 27. Yeah, McDonald must have kicked that ball from about the 15. Clock running, 30 seconds to play in the game.
They may get one playoff and that's it.
I would think so, unless they spend a timeout. They've got 3 left, but I don't see them
think
taking a
no,
timeout.
No. Why would you?
They may have a new quarterback in the game as well. I can't pick up the number right now, though. They run the ball left. That's a new face, number 7. And he's thrown down by who else? Matt McDonald.
Anthony Rittmeyer, the ball carrier.
Rittmeyer was the ball carrier.
McDonald.
And with that McDonald tackle, this ball game is going to come to an
That's
end.
the end of the game. Let's give a round of applause.
Nakoosa wins their 3rd ball game of the year, and they do it in style. Probably their best performance on both sides of the football in this game.
Ladies and gentlemen, and be safe.
Our final tonight, Nakoosa 35 and Poynette nothing. So Nakoosa now 3-0 on the year. Poynette slips to 1-2. Our congratulations goes out to Jason Becker, his staff, and of course all the Nakoosa players on a 3rd consecutive victory tonight here at Holland Field. Nakoosa played a steady ball game, took a 7-0 lead in the first quarter and a 4:26 in the 4:26 mark on a Colton Kokoka 1-yard run. The Brad Savage kick made it 7-0. In the second quarter, Nakoosa scored twice. Kokoka again, this time on a 38-yard run. Savage kick made it 14-0. And then with 1:34 to play in the half, Brett Merritt broke across from the 4-yard line. Brad Savage kick made it 21-0 at the break. Third quarter started in style for Nakoosa as Cody Schmidt returned the opening kickoff 85 yards for a score. Again, Savage added the point, 28-0 Nakoosa. And then the Papermakers got on the board one last time. 3:20 mark in the third quarter. Again, Kokoka, his 3rd touchdown on the night, this time a 1-yard run. Nakoosa 35-0 winner. Papermakers hit the road next week. They'll be down at Columbus taking on Scott Hilber's Columbus squad. It's going to be a good ball game. Hope to see you down there next week, 7 o'clock. Conference season the week after that, Westfield will be here at Holland Field.
I think Poynette will be looking at that Columbus Nekoosa game because aren't they in the same conference?
Columbus and Poynette? I am not sure, Dan.
I'm pretty sure they are.
That's a good question. If I can find it real quick, I'll let you know.
So
I can't find anything quick, can I?
It's like I said, they'll probably be keeping an eye on that game.
Nope.
Oh, they're not.
Now Poynette's in the Capital North with Lodi, Lakeside Lutheran. Oh, Columbus, you're right. Columbus is there. Yeah, so you're right. So another Capital North opponent next week. That wraps it up for us tonight. I want to thank Dan Schmidt and Jim Allen. My name is Tom Kurse. Thank you so much for joining us. Do it again next time for Nekoosa Sports.